Okay, I'd like to call the Higher Education Subcommittee to order. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, March 12th. We'll start by taking the roll. Madam Clerk, would you please open the board for the roll? Okay, take the roll, please.
Mr. Chairman, you have 4 members present. Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. The first item on our agenda is House Bill 377 by Speaker Zachary. Speaker Zachary, you've got a motion and a second. You actually have an amendment?
I do, Mr. Chairman. Drafting Code 5149.
Okay, Amendment 5149. Do we have a motion on that? Motion and a second. Speaker Zachary, you're recognized on the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members and Mr. Chairman, this amendment does make the bill and is in consultation with TBR, UT, and Vandy. Members, this legislation prohibits a person from being excluded from participating in, being denied the benefits of, or being subjected to discrimination by an institution or any program or activity at that institution. It prohibits financial aid, scholarship awards, or amounts from being solely based on race, color, ethnicity, or national origin. Again, this only applies to admissions and scholarship. That'll be glad to answer any questions.
Okay, members, you've heard the explanation. Any discussion? I'm sorry, on the amendment. Question's been called on the amendment. We're voting to put the amendment on House Bill 377. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? The amendment goes on the bill. Speaker Zachary, you are recognized on the bill.
I stand for questions.
Okay, members, you heard the explanation. Are there any questions? Any discussion? Question's been called. Madam Clerk, please open the board for taking the vote. All in favor, vote yes, and opposed, vote no. Has every member voted? Any member wish to change their votes? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 4 ayes and 0 nays.
House Bill 377 moves out to full education. Second item on our agenda is House Bill 7 by Representative Hale. Is he here? Okay, I don't see him. So let's roll his bill to the end of the calendar and move to item number 3. Item number 3 is House Bill 704 by Chairman White. This bill spends lottery funds, and so without objection, we are going to move this bill to the lottery calendar to be heard with our final calendar. Without objection. Item number 4 on our agenda is House Bill 919 by Chairman Subcommittee. And I saw him a moment ago. He's coming in. Do we have a motion on the bill? Got a motion and a second. And Chairman Subcommittee, you have an amendment.
I do, sir. It's 005166. It does rewrite the bill.
Okay. You've got a motion and a second on the amendment. Chairman Subcommittee, you're recognized on the amendment.
Thank you. And I'll just go ahead and explain the bill. If that's okay, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So this is a continuation of the process we've been doing in the General Assembly, bringing balance to more of our boards and our committees across the state of Tennessee. And I'll break it down real easy for you, Mr. Chairman and committees. Here's what it does. The goal of this bill is designed to make Tennessee's higher education boards more representative, accountable, and effective. And so here's the breakdown. It's by section, members. So sections 1 through 3 deal with the Tennessee Board of Regents. There are currently 19 members on the Tennessee Board of Regents. What we're going to do in a proposal is add 2 more members to that. One will be appointed by the Speaker. One will be appointed by the Lieutenant Governor. There's also a provision in there that when the next 2 members of that committee come up for reappointment, the Lieutenant Governor and the Speaker will make those appointments. And then after that, everything else will be with the Governor. And those 4 slots will be divided to the Speaker of the House and to the Lieutenant Governor. Section 4 through 7 deals with the State University Board of Trustees. Currently, there are 10 members on those boards. It's going to go to 12 members, same process. The 2 new members, one of each from the Speaker of the House and the Speaker of the Senate. And then when 2 more members cycle off, it'll be a member that will be appointed by the Speaker and appointed by the Lieutenant Governor. And then lastly, sections 8 through 12, Mr. Chairman, University of Tennessee Board of Trustees. Those are 12-member boards. They'll go to 14-member boards with the exact same process I've laid out before you. I'll be happy to answer questions of your committee, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, members, you've heard the explanation on the amendment. Any discussion? Question's been called on the amendment. Without objection, we are voting to put Amendment 5166 on the bill, on House Bill 919. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. The amendment goes on the bill. Chairman Sapicki, you're recognized on the bill for any additional comments.
Mr. Chairman, I renew my motion.
Okay, the amendment makes the bill. Chairman's renewed his motion. Any further discussion? If not, then we are voting to send House Bill 919 to the full House Education Committee. Madam Clerk, please open the vote. Has every member voted? Would any member like to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
Mr. Chairman, you have 4 ayes and 0 nays.
House Bill 919 moves to full education. It's a quiet committee. We move fast when there's not a lot of talking. Okay, item number 5 on our agenda is House Bill 789 by Chairman Vital. Chairman Vital, you have a motion and a second. You're recognized on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the committee. I'm here on behalf of House Bill 789 that ensures that students with intellectual disabilities have equal opportunities for higher education using the Step Up program scholarship. This bill was inspired by a constituent who, like many others, needed additional time to prepare for college after high school. Charlotte had an individualized education plan and stayed in high school until age 21. After graduation, she worked for 3 years in food service to build her independence. When she was ready, Charlotte was admitted to the UT Future program, an important milestone for her and her family. As the daughter of a Tennessee state employee, she was eligible for a 25% tuition discount at a public university. She was excited. However, Charlotte faced a challenge. The discount ended when she turned 24, which was before her second semester, just as she was starting her college journey. At the same time, Charlotte did not qualify for the Step Up Scholarship due to its strict 16-month enrollment rule, an arbitrary deadline that doesn't accommodate students like her who need more time to prepare for life. When Charlotte's mother raised these concerns with myself and the Tennessee State Employees Association, we sat down together with the Tennessee Higher Education Commission, and UT Advocacy revealed that a broader solution was needed, not just an exception for Charlotte. House Bill 789 removes the 16-month enrollment for the Step Up Scholarship, allowing students with intellectual disabilities more flexibility in accessing higher education. The bill is just not a policy change. It's an investment in students with intellectual disabilities who want to further their education, build careers, and contribute to society. By supporting 789, we can help students like Charlotte avoid long-term dependency on state support. TEC and UT Advocacy agree that this is the right move. I urge my colleagues to support making higher education more accessible for those who desire to get the most out of life, but are challenged with opportunities that we do not face. With that, I'm available for any questions.
Members, you've heard the explanation. Are there any questions? Chairman Haston.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just appreciate you bringing the bill, and Was wondering if you'd had any feedback. I know what calendar this is probably going to, but I was just wondering if you'd had any kind of feedback on any kind of funding that might be there or made available at some point with this, because I think it is a worthy effort.
Chairman Vital.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Member, we've looked at this. The fiscal note came back at less than 100,000. There could be some possible expansion, but there are some age limitations that are in place already in our educational institutions would not make this eligible for a 60-year-old to go back. It probably would cap out at 27, 28, 29, depending upon the program. So it is limited fiscal impact, but what an investment in individuals who want to be members of society and contribute long-term.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, this bill does have a financial impact on the lottery education account. And so without objection, we are going to move this bill to the lottery calendar to be heard with our final calendar. So moved.
Thank you. On behalf of Charlotte, we thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Vital. The sixth bill on our agenda, on our calendar, is House Bill 673 by Representative Love. Got a motion and a second. Representative Love, you are recognized on your bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I apologize for not communicating this to you earlier, but I'm still working on this piece of legislation. As those may know, I've been working on Tennessee State University funding and was able to chair a committee several years back. This will be the next step in some conversations, but I need to do some more work on this. So I'm going to ask if I can roll this to the first calendar of next year.
Okay, without objection, roll to the first calendar of next year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Love. The seventh item on our calendar is House Bill 1103 by Representative Salinas. I don't see Representative Salinas here, so without objection, we are going to roll this bill 1 week till next week's calendar. That brings us to the heel of the calendar, which takes us back to item number 2. This is House Bill 7 by Chairman Hale, and I don't see him here. So without objection, we are going to roll his bill 1 week to next week's calendar as well. Without objection, move to next week's calendar. Members, is there any other business to come before our committee today? If not, then we are adjourned.